Open the door, baby, it's me. Come on, baby, open the door. I know you hear me out here.
Man, I'm not letting you back in here to hurt me like you always do. You're scaring the children. I'm calling 911.
You better open the door.
Daddy, leave my mommy alone.
I'm leaving this man, and I'm going today. Soon as he goes to work, I'm going away. I've been trying to hold on, but it ain't no use. I can't take no more of this spousal abuse.
Mommy, what's wrong with Daddy?
At first it was a slap, then he would apologize. Then came no respect, busted lips and swollen eyes. I've been trying to hold on, but it ain't no use. I can't take no more of this spousal abuse. I'm not going to be his punching bag. What he's got will soon be what he had. Oh yeah, I'm not going to let him keep abusing me. See, I'm not into pain, and I'll never be. He says that he loves me, and he wants nobody else. I'd be damned if I'll stay here until he loves me to death. I'm afraid of the man. Oh, but that's no excuse for me to stay here and take this abuse. I'm through holding on. Even children are no excuse for any woman out there today to live with abuse.
Mommy, please stop, Daddy.
My son says, Mommy, you're not being bad. So why is it that Daddy hits you? It makes me feel so sad.
Daddy, leave my mommy alone.
I took him in my arms and said, baby, don't cry.
Please join us today, Thursday, March 1st, as we celebrate our women and celebrate the creation of women empowerment with CADVA, Caribbean American Domestic Violence Awareness. We can only effect change by coming together as a united group, and this includes the media source here in Guyana. If any of you feel the impact of these issues in one way or another, we are desperately asking for your support in this effort. It is also up to you to keep these stories alive to effect change. Stories like the Berbice case, who went missing since November 5th, 2010. Like the case of Pinky Seram, the daughter of Cheryl Seram, who is here with us today, who was killed tragically by her husband and fled the country. Her husband fled the country. I can go on and use many more of these cases, but it seems like we will need to use a few of these cases to set precedents for change to happen. And when I say set precedents for change to happen, it's like in the United States, we have case laws. When a particular case comes to the forefront and sets precedents, it becomes law. And like, for example, we have, for missing persons, we do have a particular law for that. So, in any event, folks, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the Guyana Press and Media and members of the nonprofit community. I now present you the founder of CADVA, a friend and a sister, Ms. Sucre Boudran.
Okay, I want to extend a very, very warm welcome to you, and that's Tiffany Jackson to my left, and Cheryl Inderdale to my right. Cheryl is the one whose daughter was was killed, Pinky, and she is from my hometown of Berbice. So I want to thank you all for coming out. I came here specifically for one mission, and I came 2 years ago to the bequest of Diane Madre, who asked to join on her platform under the Break the Silence, Say No to Violence, back, if you guys remember, in Georgetown, Guyana, in the GCC cricket ground. At that time, I had already reached out to the local media before that event with Stavrik News, who ran the story with regards to me wanting to make a change. And my request at that time to Stavrik News was to write a column to empower women to speak up on domestic violence. As a result of that, they did not allow me to write a column. They actually wrote a column on me, and that's how I became involved. When I started this project, I am the author of Breakout: Surviving Abuse and Alcoholism, in addition to a documentary that I have been handing out as empowerment tool for victims of domestic violence. I decided at that time, and this predates 2010, that I am going to make a difference because I grew up in this community. I am from a conservative Hindu family and was married to an alcoholic for 21 years, and I did not speak out. My first onset of abuse was a busted head 3 months into the marriage. So I decided I was going to do something and make a difference, and I'm not going to stop relentlessly towards that mission. From that dream, CADVA was born 2.5 years ago. It was born, and it took this long to launch. But like everything else, it could not have, it is not possible to launch other than with the help of individuals here and individuals that you see around in the audience today. This is not a Lone Ranger mission. I decided to hand over CADVA to the community. It does not belong to me. My book, everything as we speak has been copyrighted into CADVA, and CADVA has commissioned me for my 2 additional books, which is coming out in 12 to 14 months. And this is truly now a community organization. It is up to all of us to take it where it needs to go and not have it die and be buried like a victim who no longer is with us, like Pinky's daughter who's no longer with us. It is our fiduciary duty to take CADVA where it needs to go. This is Caribbean's first domestic violence organization represented in the globe. I am extremely happy to have Karen here with Help and Shelter. They have been on board with us from day one. I remember going to your desk. I did not know who Help and Shelter was. That's how ignorant I was of the services in Guyana. And I remember meeting some great individual Help and Shelter, and I have been in communication with them for several years. So I want to thank you, Karen, for coming out. I'll talk a little bit about CADVA, and then I'm going to hand over the mic, and I'll tell you what I do for CADVA, and then we will introduce a couple of people, and then we'll open up the floor for some questions. One of the things that I get asked a lot, this is our second launch. The first launch is in Orlando, Florida, in conjunction with the Orlando chapter of the Caribbean Chamber of Commerce and a few other organizations that have sponsored CADVA over this past several months. I would like to address one of the questions that I get asked a lot, quite a bit. Hold on one second. What? She's bugging me. People want to know what is CADVA. I was asked this question in Orlando. I was asked at the airport because I came dressed in full CADVA gear from head to toe, in purple, in the shirt with the sign on the back. And I have to correct almost everybody because CADVA is not a what. So I want to make sure you all pay close attention because this is a 30-second answer, right? This is a dream child of mine that I'm handing over to committee. So it is not a what, it's not like a chair. It's a living, breathing, growing organization. And it changes and evolves with the needs of the community. So I'm going to make sure I tell you all very slowly who CADVA is so you get to meet her in the proper way. CADVA is our sister, our brother, our mothers, our fathers, our friend, our confidant, and most importantly, our children. It is our hope for the future. CADVA will speak when we don't have a voice. We'll use our voices towards one cause. It is our strength when we are weak. It is our voice when we have been silent. It will transform us as a community and redefine our future on the platform of changing cultural expectation for generations to come. So I'm going to ask each of you, you don't have to answer, and I've posed this question several times to some media folks, and they thought they had to answer the question right away. So you don't have to answer, but as you walk out of here today, ask yourself these questions. Are you willing to become one voice of many with CADVA towards ending one cause? Are you willing to keep it alive? Are you willing to stand up for it? Are you willing to never let it become humiliated, beaten, ridiculed, or put down at the mercy of an abuser? I know I am, and I know the people on the team that you are looking at are committed. They have been with this group for over 2 years. Most of you do not know them, so I will tell you, and I'll start from that direction, what each one of them do. Derek Ragnandan is a Berbice representative. He makes sure that materials that needs to be given out makes it to every facility. He makes sure that we are where we need to be on time and ready for anything that faces us. He's been doing this for 2 years. The next person is Parvati Edward Prasad. She's the assistant editor for the Chronicle. She has reached out